Have you played Atari today? Well, I have. This is Iron Soldier for the Atari Jaguar. This is one of the few games that I actually wanted to play on the system because I thought it looked pretty decent, based on what I'd seen. And I got a couple requests for reviews when I did my unboxing video of this. So it's a mission-based mech simulator type game, and the graphics are pretty good. Actually, this game looks really good for the time it came out. And a lot of people talk shit about the Atari Jaguar's controller, but I happen to like it. I've got big old massive man hands, and that thing fits pretty good. Like, the grip on it is pretty good. The music in this game's also not bad. Like, I think this fits for, this is another one of those dystopian shithole futures where the world's run by megacorporations and you're a freedom fighter and you manage to hijack one of the Iron Soldiers. And you, have these mission-based levels where this is the first level and the mission is find the factory, destroy all the buildings. And when you, destroy, like, the last building, you get the grenades. So, most levels unlock new weaponry. And you have, on the Jaguar, the little keypad part of the controller, you can put overlays on it. And the overlay for this has a little, like, diagram of the Iron Soldier, and each button corresponds to a different weapon. So, it's not exactly instinctive to reach for the buttons on the controller, but, you know, once you get the hang of it, you know where the shoulder-mounted Gatling guns are, you know where the hip-mounted grenades are, and you won't fumble with it. But at first, I was fumbling with it for a while, trying to learn, like, I had to look down, find where my weapons are. I'm still kind of stuck at this one level where you have to fight another mech, and that thing just fucks me up. And, the control scheme's pretty simple. You've got a button that you can hold down and it makes turning and looking up and down faster. And then you've got basically like an accelerate button. You hold down the button, you press up, you go faster, you hold down, you slow down. And then the top middle button on the keypad switches you between advanced and basic controls. And the control method I just mentioned was basic. And then the advanced control scheme, you can basically set your mech walking at a certain distance, switch over to the advanced controls, and while your mech's still walking forward, you're able to look around and shoot. So you can kind of plot your course, switch over to advanced controls, take out some helicopters and tanks, whatever you need to take out. For the most part, I keep it in the basic control scheme. In the basic control scheme, when you're walking forward, left and right, it turns you left and right. So basically that's the difference. The advanced control scheme, when you're walking forward and hit left and right, you just aim left and right, but you keep walking in the same straight line. Now, I've already played through the first 4 levels and beat them on this save, so I've already got the grenades and the shoulder-mounted Gatling guns. I'm just starting off showing the earlier levels of the game, because, like I said, I'm stuck at that mech level. I probably need... You can kind of skip around. You start out with 4 levels unlocked, and you can go into the later levels, but without the grenades, you're going to have a really hard time. So it's best to play the first 4 levels in order. But the next 4 levels that are unlocked, you might be able to skip around and have an easier time. You might be able to get some more advanced weaponry to go back and fuck up that other mech. There's also a chainsaw hand, which is pretty nice for melee combat. So you can kind of equip the mech however you want before each level. Like, I usually, I like ranged combat 'cause it's a lot easier, you know? So I give the mech the shoulder-mounted Gatling guns as well as the rifle. But you could give him the shoulder-mounted Gatling guns and then give him the chainsaw hand so that you have a much more powerful melee attack, as well as the ability to fire automatic weaponry. Now, if you look at the upper left-hand corner, that shows you how you're equipped, and it has two different shoulder-mounted weapons, but that's pretty much just for show. You have the same amount of ammo. Same thing with those hip-mounted grenades. You have the same amount of grenades. You don't have twice as many just because you have two on there. So I'm assuming in later levels I'll be able to have different weaponry mounted to each shoulder. That's what I'm thinking. I'm only about halfway through this game. But I've really enjoyed it, and I spent the better part of an entire Saturday night playing the shit out of this game. And do plan on going back and beating it. I just need to work on the tactics for fighting that enemy mech, because not only is there the enemy Iron Soldier, there's also the tanks and helicopters. So you're really outgunned in that level. And I've tried a few different tactics. I've tried, remaining at a distance, turning on the advanced controls, and walking while, trying to shoot him and land a couple hits with grenades. I've tried up-close combat and tried using the Gatling guns in tandem with the chainsaw arm. So I'm thinking that maybe in some of the other levels I can get some better weapons and go back to the mech. Because in the second batch of 4 levels, it's stage 5 that has that enemy mech. So I'm thinking in 6, 7, and 8 there might be some weaponry I can score that'll make that fight a lot easier. Iron Fist is the name of the super giant organization that's basically controlling the world. And you are that freedom fighter trying to wreak a little havoc with the stolen mech. In this level, you just have to take out the 2 bridges. It's pretty easy. But these early 3D graphics kind of remind me of something like Star Fox, but a little bit better. Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, of course. But, it's a lot better than that. And I do think the music's really catchy. And those explosion effects are also really, really cool. So I think you've been able to figure out, from listening to me talk, I'm definitely giving this game a Mondo cool. If you have an Atari Jaguar, this is something to check out. And it's also an affordable game. I got this for like $12, shrink-wrapped, sealed, brand new, perfect condition. I got it for $12 shipped. So you could probably get this for significantly cheaper as a loose cartridge. And I've had a lot of fun with it. This isn't one of the games I bought the Jaguar for, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. What I really want to get for the Jag is Alien vs. Predator and Tempest 2000. I hear there's a guy on the old internets that makes a custom controller for playing Tempest 2000, where it's got a little, kind of like the paddle controllers for the Atari. It's got a little turn wheel controller. But he sells those for like $60. That's a little steep for me. That's a little too much for a 15-year-old controller for one game. But it'd be cool to have, cool to test out. And, people say Alien vs. Predator is like the #1 game for the Jaguar. So I've been trying to hunt down an affordable copy of that. But in the meantime, I've been having a blast with Iron Soldier. Interesting thing about Iron Soldier is the sequel, Iron Soldier 2, I believe that game is the only game on the Jaguar to have a cartridge and a CD release. And then Iron Soldier 3 actually made it to the PlayStation 1, as well as the new one. If you don't know what a new one is, I believe TV and Lust, I believe his channel has a review, as well as Gamester81, but at this point, what doesn't Gamester81 have a video about? That guy's got a killer hardware collection. But based on how much I like this game, I'm definitely willing to pick up the PlayStation version of Iron Soldier 3 and giving it a go. It actually looks pretty good for a PlayStation 1 game. Another fun thing to do in this game is stepping on the tanks, because you can just step on them and take them out. That's a lot of fun. Those helicopters get a little old though, because there's always a freaking ton of them swarming you. I'm trying to blow up these buildings to find some health and ammo. I'm looking for some more grenades. Grenades make taking out those bridges a hell of a lot easier. You can destroy the buildings. Usually those little bunker buildings hold a lot of ammo stores. That silver cube right there. Okay, that crate head was empty. Nice. The crates usually store weapons. The yellow with black stripe boxes are health, I believe. Jeez, that thing right there I just blew up looks like one of those hunter-killers out of Terminator. I believe this one will have some grenades in it. Yeah, there we go. I would have been pissed if I had to try and blow up this bridge without any grenades. But if you look at the bar across the bottom center of the screen, that's your health bar, basically, how much damage you've taken. And that bar that goes next to your mech, that's your ammo for your selected weapon. Yeah, I show me trying to take out that enemy mech, and it does not go well for me. I haven't gotten to the point to where I'm going to check out a FAQ or anything. I believe this is the time I tried to use the chainsaw hand and take him out. Say, look at this level. You get all these turrets and tanks and helicopters, and you got to take out a rival mech that's very well equipped. He's got hip-mounted missiles, which do, yeah, see, here they come, does a ton of freaking damage. And if you hope to get close to him, you got to use your Vulcan cannon to blow up those missiles before they get to you. And see, I'm fumbling with the keypad trying to activate, you know, different weapons. Meanwhile, there's turrets and missile launchers. This guy's launching his hip-mounted missiles. Yeah, did not go well for me. I'm thinking if I had, oh no. Thinking if I had equipped the chainsaw hand when I was punching him a few times, might have made a difference, maybe. So far, after I've recorded this, my technique has been trying to take out as many tanks and, which, the tanks and stuff, they all respawn, but I've been trying to take out the turrets and the missile launchers the, ground-mounted missile launchers. I've been trying to take out as many of those as possible. And, been trying to use the Gatling gun from a distance and then get up close and try to melee combat his ass to death. It's definitely a challenge. And it's not... I mean, I haven't been pissed off. I've, probably tried to beat this level like 10 times and haven't been able to get by it, but I'm not pissed off. Like, it's a good challenge. It's a good old-fashioned mech duel. But I'm lighting that thing up, and, it shows no sign of slowing down. But you can decide to mount the weapons wherever you want. Like you saw me messing around with it there, you can put those Gatling guns on the hips. It doesn't really make a difference, it just changes which button you press to activate them. Sitting here watching this video, I am tempted to check out an FAQ and see what the correct technique for fucking up that mech is, because that guy's pissing me off. I believe after you beat this level, you get the rocket launcher as a weapon. So, I mean, that's a pretty good trophy. That's some pretty heavy-duty firepower, and the thing fires pretty rapid. And it looks like he's got plenty of ammunition for that thing, too, so... See, I'm trying to hide behind this building to take a couple... to act as a shield, but that thing goes up pretty quick. And shooting down those missiles is no easy task. I do like the Jaguar controller, but the D-pad's a little stiff. It feels like if it was more like a Sega Saturn D-pad, or maybe a 6-button Genesis D-pad, it'd feel a lot better if it rocked and rolled around like that, but it feels a little stiff. It works great, but it just feels a little stiff. And see, here I try to go blow up some buildings and find some health. Definitely a difficult level. You're taking on, you're way outnumbered, you're way outgunned. But damn it, I'm gonna see this game through to the end. I at least wanna beat this mech's ass. The game automatically saves. Every time you beat a level, it automatically saves, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if the Jaguar uses battery-backed saves or if it uses EEPROM chips or what. I'm not sure what it does. See, I'm not sure what the effective range of that Gatling gun is either. I'm trying to stay back here where I've got enough distance to try and blow up some of those missiles. So I'm not sure if I'm even doing damage, because he's all the way across the board. And, I gotta aim left and right and shit to take out those missiles. So I'm not sure if I'm even scratching that mech of his. Dastardly fiend. So I'm definitely giving this game a Mondo Cool. If you're a Jaguar owner, you owe it to yourself to have this in the collection. There's only a handful of playable Jaguar games from what I understand. So far I've only played 2, and out of the 2, this is the only playable one I've got. So if you see it for the right price, pick it up. It's definitely a Mondo cool game. I like robots and explosions, so this is right up my alley. If you like robots and explosions, this might be for you too. As always, I have more videos and reviews and stuff on the way. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always... oh hell, I don't even know what the hell I was going to say. Stick around, guys. There's more videos on the way.